Hello everyone, welcome to PLAB Made Easy. My name is Ashish and I'm a junior doctor working in the UK. This video is going to answer a very commonly asked question, and the question is UK versus the US. Where should you train from? So I decided on making this video talking about the pros and cons of training in both of these countries so that when you go for postgraduate training, you can make a more informed decision. Before starting, please click on the like button, share this video as much as possible, and subscribe to this channel to get more such videos. Let's start. First of all, let's talk about the United States of America, the land of the American dream. Let's talk about the pros of training in the US. The first one is you get more training early on in their career because you're working more hours. The next one is consultants make more money and they can earn $200,000 to $300,000 per year at least, and this can go up to $1 million per year if you're a renowned private practicing neurosurgeon or orthopedic surgeon. The next pro is that the post-graduation pathways are shorter as compared to their counterparts in the UK. As the next one, you can study in the best universities in the world if you are in the US, such as the Ivy League universities like Harvard, Yale. The next pro is that you get a better weather. The geographical location of the US and its huge landmark allows better weather as compared to the UK, where the weather can be predominantly cold and rainy. The next pro is you get to live the American dream. What else do you want? Let's talk about the cons of training in the US. The first one is that you work really long hours, and by this I mean that trainees work around 100 to 110 hours a week, and this is more than surgical specialties. This is a lot in comparison to 40 hours a week in the UK. So you can say bye-bye to all your hobbies, all your social plans, and you'll be living in the hospital for most of your training life. The next one is entry-level exams, that is the USMLE. They take a long time to pass and they are much more difficult as compared to PLABs. The third one is that it's really difficult to get into competitive specialties as IMGs. So you'll have to go for a lot of research electives, clinical electives, publish a lot of papers, and again, it's not very sure that you'll get into these specialties. This is not similar to going for these specialties in the UK, because if you build a good portfolio here and if you have good interview skills, it is easy to get into all these specialties. The next one is that there is rising racism and the gun laws are really dangerous in the US. The next con is that US is not a welfare state and the healthcare is really expensive. So I really don't know what they do about people who can't afford to pay money, but UK is very different, where each and every person will get the best possible healthcare, absolutely free of cost. The next one is that you pretend to live the American dream. Let's talk about the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which is the UK. Let's talk about the pros of training in the UK. The first one is that the training and hands-on experience is distributed over a long stretch of time. So you get essentially the same training but over a longer stretch of time, so that it's not like a crash course. The second one is that you work really less hours in comparison to the working hours in the US. And there's European Working Time Directive in the UK, which says that doctors and trainee doctors are restricted to work a maximum of 48 hours a week on average over a 6 months period, unless they voluntarily opt out. The next pro is that you get sufficiently paid to live life lavishly, and the standards of living can vary from person to person, but I'm talking about junior doctors driving a Tesla in the UK. So yes, the income is good enough. The next pro is that you get to study in the best medical institutions of the world, and I'm talking about Oxford, Cambridge, UCL, and lots more. The next one is that the entry-level exams, which are PLABs, are easier as compared to their American counterparts that are USMLEs. So you can go for PLABs, then you can go for a non-training job, you can start earning, and while in the non-training jobs, you can prepare for your portfolios for the training post for which you want to go for later on in your career, and then apply for them. The next one is that UK is a welfare state and NHS is a free, successful health service system. By this, I mean that the healthcare is free for all citizens. For example, if there's a old person who gets a neck or femur fracture and they live in a multi-storied house, so when they come to the hospital, the fracture will be fixed surgically. They'll stay in the hospital, they'll get physiotherapy. There is an occupational therapist who will go to their houses. They'll try to arrange all of their housing needs. They will shift all of their bathrooms, kitchens, and living room on the ground floor so that they don't have to walk on the first floor again till they get sufficiently well to go to the upper floors. So this all will be done free of cost. The next example can be if you have a person who gets a heart attack, right? What the government will do, they will put some railings in your houses so that you don't have to stress when you're going upstairs, or they will give you a stair lift and things like that. So they will pay a lot of your expenses. They will try to arrange everything for you if you get sick. And this is what I mean by a welfare state or free health service system. The next one is that the country is better in terms of gun laws, and the US is particularly notorious about its gun laws and rising racism. The next pro is that there is cool weather, there is rainy weather, and if you like it, it's a big pro for you. Let's talk about the cons of training in the UK. The first one is that the postgraduate training pathways are longer as compared to those in Asian countries or in the US. This is because you get the same training which is stretched over a longer period so that you don't burn out, and you take it slowly while you have time to spend with your family, your friends. You can work on your hobbies. But again, this is not for people who just want to finish their postgraduate training in like 2-3 years and they want to chill out. I don't know what they mean by chill out, but yeah, it's not for them. The next one is that you get less money as compared to the US, and you should always note the working hours involved here. But again, yes, the money is less as compared to the US. The next one is the weather can be less suitable for some people who don't like cold weather or rainy weather. The next one is that you pretend to imitate the British accent. Alright, time for the big question. Where should you train from? The answer to this question is a big personal choice. So I've discussed all the pros and cons of training in both of these healthcare systems. So I would suggest you to write down all your future lifestyle needs and demands, and then compare all of those to the pros and cons of both of these healthcare systems. And once you are able to find a good match to your future needs and demands, you'll be able to figure out where you should finally train from. This is the end of the video, and I want you all to like this video, share this video as much as possible, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on these updates from the channel and you get an idea about how training in the UK is. See you soon in another video. Thanks a lot for watching.